It's Sue Greenwald here with Awakened Stories, here today with Deanna Carr with the Mystical Moonlight. Hey, Deanna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. We're doing some follow-up to some Q&A, and so I've got
Okay.
a couple random questions people have asked before. Okay.
Okay.
Um, did Lizzie Borden kill her parents? Okay, so there's I'm getting chills on this. There's a rhyme. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her father 40 whacks. And when she saw what she had done, she gave her mother 41. So she killed her parents with an axe, and for some reason, it's a really famous story that you've obviously never heard of.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
All right,
Say the name again.
Lizzie Borden.
Okay, so honestly, I have no idea who this person is.
Okay,
I am getting that she did.
okay.
Um, Now is the rhyme correct? It's off by a little bit. She did use an axe, but I don't know if she did that many strikes.
Hmm.
I think that is mostly for a
John.
rhyme per se.
Yeah.
Um, but why is the most important question. Okay, so I'm seeing a few things. So first off, do you know where she lived?
Somewhere in the US. I could Google it while you're thinking.
Okay, so I'm there's two things I'm saying. One, she was actually possessed. So she was being haunted. And so she wasn't actually in her right mind at
Mhm.
all. It looks like it was a haunting that lasted a while, and she did get to the point where she was being more possessed than anything. So more on the demonic side. Um, and the reason I asked about the house is I feel like there was something in the house that possessed her. Because it looks, what I'm getting is it looks like they recently moved to this location. And probably about a year to 2 years later is when this incident happens.
Okay.
That's the information I'm gathering.
It looks like from what I'm looking at right this second, it was
Hmm.
1893.
Hmm.
Okay. So, and it was Fall River somewhere. Okay. But anyways, I can find that out. But why do you think we have a fascination with a 100-year-old murder story? That's
Well,
weird,
I
isn't it?
honestly I don't know because I've never heard of it,
Okay.
but a lot of people like these myths and these ideas and fascination. When we talk about murder and these scary stories, it's more of a your brain is trying to comprehend why,
Yeah.
right? So there's that mystery of why did they actually do it? Were they in their right minds? Was there some other force that was trying to take over? And then you kind of go down these lists on how do they even start like this? And you just try to look into their information. So a lot of people get into these horror stories based off of murder. Um, for it being 100 years,
It's weird.
I think there is something more because when we talk about these murder things, usually the only ones that really stick are when it's a huge group of murders, right? It's a serial killer, or if there's some sort of possession happening. And usually that, I mean, just think about, I'm sure people have heard about The Conjuring, right? That is complete about, spiritual takeover and all of that, um, demons and all of that. So there's the aspect of the dark spiritual side taking over.
Okay.
And it just leads people down this rabbit hole of what really caused it. And people are just fascinated by it because most of us don't really think like that. Most of us don't have these reactions or we don't think about those negative things that happen. And sometimes it's also we want to be these, let's say, higher beings that are able to decipher the why. It kind of gives people a purpose. Like, why did she do it? So if you could figure it out, then you are this higher being. You understands more than other people. So some people use it more as a pedestal to understand somebody so they can use it to gain information, I guess.
It's interesting because look, I recited the rhyme. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I read a book about this like 40, 50 years ago.
yeah.
Even back then it was a story. Like how bizarre is that?
Yeah. It's very bizarre. And then, like you said, it's about kill like she killed her parents with an axe.
Yeah.
That is a very like and then usually you think, okay, well, what did the parents do that gave some sort of reaction like that? Why would somebody
Yeah.
go to that length to get rid of them?
Yeah.
Because, one or two whacks, yeah, you're putting them in the hospital, but 40, you're definitely like taking them out.
Yeah.
So, what was she thinking that this was her only option? And like I said, we don't always talk, like, usually when we talk about that demonic, the takeover or the ghost, that's usually stuff that sticks a little bit longer because there isn't really rationality in it. There is no reasoning to it. It's just they saw an opening and they like destruction, so they're going to take it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of getting for her. I don't really see her feeling like that was her only output. I feel like it was placed into her mind that this is what she had to do.
Yeah.
And it was a long time in the making to get to the point of
Right.
that.
Okay. Well, thank you
Mhm.
for telling us that about that. I don't really like to go deep into that kind of a story because it is
Yeah,
negative, but thank you for letting us know. I
of
appreciate it.
course. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.